Okay, going.
My name's Leo Welch. 3 nights ago I was camping at the river. We set it up about 9 o'clock in the pouring rain. And we were awake about 9:30 the next morning, and a sergeant, lady sergeant, pulled up and told us we had to take our stuff down. Told her to give me 5 minutes. She knows who I am. We took it down, left, and that was about it. I wanted to say, what about 72 hours? And she had some kind of advocate with her, but the lady was very nice, friendly. We just abided and took off.
So, did she tell you why they were doing that?
No, they said they were sweeping the whole river.
So is there some way in which it's necessary to move you along in order to clean the river?
No, when I say clean up the river, I mean a sweep of people in tents and sleeping bags. People homeless hanging out.
So where do you and others go when you're kicked off of your place on the river?
The next night I was in the shelter, the next night I was out here.
So that doesn't actually change your situation whatsoever?
Very temporary, very situational.
And there's some sort of reason that you prefer to be on the river sometimes?
Yeah, it's away from everybody.
Yeah. And
no hassles, no drama.
How you doing, Reggie?
What about the trash there? Do you find that you
always pick our stuff up, and
yeah.
I was brought up to make a place cleaner than the way you found it.
Yeah.
Even if there's some other people shit around, pick it up.
So do you think that there's any logical reason why cops should be kicking everybody out of the river?
They got nothing else to do. They got to justify their existence.
Anything else you'd want to explain about the situation?
That's about it. Doesn't need to happen, ever.
All right, awesome. So my name is Therese. I'm with Denver Homeless Out Loud, and we're just trying to find out more information about what happened on the river. Do you want to tell folks what happened?
Well, probably 3 nights ago we were kicked out for trespassing. We were sleeping under a bridge because it was raining, and there is a no trespassing sign, but an area not far from there is where we sleep at overnight, and they consider it camp or parkland, so you can stay there for a certain amount of hours, whatever. Well, we were there the next day, and a friend of mine was trying to help the people cleaning actually clean, and the police actually asked him to leave and asked us to leave so they could do their work while we were trying to help them. So we got out of there, and of course we came back. We've been there a little bit further down since, and all they're going to do is push us a little further, and we're going to keep coming back. I mean, I don't see any way they're going to stop it. If not, where are we going to end up? You know, I mean, we have the shelters we can go to, which the shelters, a lot of people that go there have issues mentally and all that kind of stuff. And my 2 friends and I, as a matter of fact, all suffer from anxieties and all that kind of stuff. So we don't want to be around people like that. We want to be independent somewhere where we can sit and just have our peace and, you know, get through to the next day. They don't understand that.
And so when the police gave you the trespassing tickets and told you needed to leave on that night, you don't have to be exact, but like, where did y'all go?
Well, we pretty much left and went down to the spot that was the parkland. Where it was a certain time in the morning.
Yeah.
I forget what time it was, and we kind of just hung there for a while, and you know, they left, and then we kind of went back. That's what happened. Yeah.
What time did the cops show up?
I think it might have been around 3 in the morning.
So did they try to direct you to some sort of shelter or something?
No, they told us pretty much we had to be out of there.
Because at 3 in the morning, there's no place to go. You can't get into a shelter at 3 a.m. So if they were trying, I was just making sure they weren't trying to tell you to go to a shelter at 3 a.m. when the shelters are all closed.
Pretty much it was like, you have to leave here, or, you know, they gave us a trespassing ticket. It was the first time they gave us a ticket. A few times they came there, and park rangers, as a matter of fact, came there at times. Told us we couldn't be under that bridge. You know, as a matter of fact, they put a sign there. The sign never used to be there last 4, 5, 6 months ago. Probably wasn't there, and they put it there right in the middle. And we stay off to the one side of it, and it's kind of open. People can see it. It's right behind it, like an apartment housing complex. So I think pretty much people know we're there all the time. So we moved up a little further upriver to a little more secluded spot where, with the problem with the river flooding, there was a lot of areas you couldn't go to, and this spot kind of, you know, opened up, and it's a little bit better, a little more desolate kind of. You don't know what to do about it, but there's pros and cons to everything. They say everybody's coming here because of the marijuana laws. Okay, homeless people are coming here because they want to smoke weed.
This is happening everywhere.
But then there's people coming here that smoke weed, that had good jobs, and they make $150,000 a year, and they're buying all these places.
Yep, that's what's raising the rent, is that? Yeah. Well, cool. Thank you. Anything else you'd add for?
I'd say peace.
Peace.
Smoke a bowl for me.
Excuse me, officer. Officer Catlett, 13078. Thank you.
Right there, stop. No. Yeah. No.
Hey guys, we're not going to do this right now, okay? You don't need to fight. You know,
They have no right to do that with you. For that.
How you doing, bro?
I have rights.
yeah, good, man. I just got over the motherfucking police. Sometimes just sleep.
The lilies have their field, the foxes have their hole, but man will have no place to rest his head.
Yeah.
I don't get what the fuck they want well to do. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Get the fuck out of town. It's
Yeah.
the message I hear.
Jail.
That's the only legal thing to do. Walk.
Yeah.